We are back into this second brain, Synthmind brain game.
I'm back. You're here for the first time with me.
Ah,
I don't
yes,
know if you want. Hey, chatters. I'm here
Shatters.
with Uros.
I'm here
Uros, you
with
want to
Joe.
quickly introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. I'm Uros. I'm from Synthminds. I'm Joe's colleague, and he's using me for as a guinea pig for everything that he's testing, from professor to this. I work as a director of operations here at Synthminds, so I'm in charge of whipping them to do their job. But Joe is my favorite because he's the one that I don't need to whip to do any job because he's
Because I
amazing.
whip myself.
Yes, he is amazing. So yes. So today, Joe invited me to help him with testing what we call the second brain that we want to do with using the Obsidian and GitHub. Essentially, what we're going to do is we're going to clone the repo on the GitHub that different people from different computers with different Obsidians are going to be able to update, pull, and push requests there too. So in order to have a central knowledge system or central brain that has all the collated data. Did I send it to you?
So you could do this individually. So if you don't want to pay for sync yourself on through Obsidian, you can set up a GitHub repo, which we can show you how to do, and you just use that sort of as your backup through Obsidian. But what we're trying to do is we'll have our little personal Obsidian, but we also want the Synthmind Obsidian where we can all funnel in stuff that we know all of us are going to be interested to upscale all the information we'll have access to. So we're going to show you how to do that.
What we did first, before we started anything, you should be able to see, is we went to Obsidian and we installed Obsidian Git plugin. So that would be in here. Browse. I'm going to uninstall it and reinstall it just for this. Obsidian Git, here it is. So here is how it looks when you actually install it. So you go install. It's going to do that. And then you have to enable it. That's an important part in here. So we'll come back to this later, but we're going to go into options. So right now, what we're going to do is I have my Obsidian vault here on my F drive. So there's Obsidian brain in here.
So you're going to have to sign up for GitHub first, and then you're going to want to create a new, thank you for zooming in on my behalf, a new repository. And the most important thing, call it whatever you want, but the most important thing is make it private, unless you want to make a public second brain backup.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're done with that, you just click, create repository. And then the next thing, you can leave this, you've done all you need to do online, but the next thing you're going to have to do is download the GitHub desktop application.
Yeah,
Which if you just look up GitHub download.
Something like that. We'll be able to download it in here. Desktop. You can add all the links in the video as well.
Yeah.
So I have a repo right now that says brain. This is like a blank one that I've just created, but we also have the one that Joe created that we're actually going to use for this project. So now that we downloaded and installed GitHub, it's a process of signing in. You have to, create an account. It's a regular process. So when you sign in, you're going to get this. Now it's connected to your account. It's going to see all your repositories. So I have a bunch of them in here because I follow a lot of people. I've pulled some, but you will probably see your one or two that you have. We're going to go clone a repository from the internet, and we're going to choose the one that we want to, which is in this case, SynthBrain. And we already have a local path. So I'm going to put it right there where my Obsidian brain is. So in here, it's going to create a folder 3, and we're going to do a folder inside of it. So I'm just going to cancel. I'm going to say clone.
So your screen might look a little different depending on if you're on a Mac or you're running everything, but all you need to know is go to like file or whatever and look up clone repo, find the repo that you just created and put it in your Obsidian vault.
So yeah, I cannot zoom this because it's an app, but there's a fetch origin on top in here. We're going to click on that.
And this is just going to connect the two, the online and your local machine.
Yeah. So now let me close here's what we're going to do. So what I'm going to do now is in here now in Obsidian Git, you're going to see Git is not ready. So what you need to do in here is add a directory path in here. So I created this folder for that and a folder inside of it. And this is how it looks. So if in your system, it may look like, I don't know, test folder / test folder, however you want to call it. So you add it in here. There's no save. You just exit. And what we're going to do is we're going to close it and then reopen. See, now it says indexing complete. And now we have SynBrain in here. So this is, for example, let's do Professor Synapse. Can we show this, Joe?
Yeah, you can show it.
Yeah. Okay.
My
So
constant work on him.
yeah. So let's do an exercise. So let's do this. Untitled. So this is something that I put in here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put it in prompts and I'm going to call it Joe. It was amazing. And Uros as well. And I'm going to stage it. So stage is the first process of pushing it. So we're going to right click on it and go stage.
And so actually what you can do as well is if you've created a ton of stuff and you don't remember everything, if you open up the sidebar, which Uros already has open, but if you don't, all you got to do is go to the command palette, you do Control P, and you just look up Obsidian opens, what was it called? Open
Source.
View or something?
Source control
Open
view.
source view.
Yeah.
And that'll just bring up that. And if
Mhm.
you just press the plus button on there, it'll actually, everything that you've created new since doing it, it'll stage it for you instead of you have to doing it manually.
So what I noticed when I was poking around is even if you don't change anything, even if you just go through the stuff, it's all going to show in here. There won't be any changes on it, but it's going to show. So Joy is amazing. So we did that. We're going to commit it. We check marked it. And now we're going to push it there. Nice. Now we're going to stop sharing the screen. We'll see what does the Joe side look like.
So you see I have the command palette here and we have our pull button right here. So I'm just going to click that. You see it's loading.
One item file.
To do and pulled one file. And see
Yay.
it's going to say recently pulled file. Joe is amazing and Uros as well. And here you go. This is exactly what we wanted. And that's that. It's as easy as that. You just got to remember to push and pull.
That file is. Show where that file is showing. Is it also in the same folder?
Yes, it'll be in the same folder that it is for everyone else.
Yes. Congratulations, colleague. Yes.
We did it. We did it. So I hope this was useful to everybody, especially if you don't want to pay for sync. If you're a smaller, I don't know, this is probably not a good enterprise solution. But if you're a smaller team, a startup, and you want to, or you just generally want to be sharing, you know, with your friends or whatever, all the research you're doing, all the cool stuff you're collecting in a specific place, this is just a fairly straightforward, easy, and free way to do it.
And it took us a bunch of time to get to this point.
Yes.
But
we're making it look easy. It's taken us a long time to figure out how to make this work.
And thank you, Joe, for that.
Cool. Thanks, Uros.
Bye. Bye, chatters.